Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Pyne.
On the state of the Liberal and National parties, the reviews from former MPs are in.
I believe a healthy coalition, which is where we need to get back to, is where the National Party wins seats in the country and represents their constituency, which is generally more conservative than the cities, and the Liberals win seats in the city, where most of the people live, and at the moment we have 8 out of 89 seats in the city, and the healthy coalition allows both parties to do that.
Susan Leigh could not make an impression on a cushion, and so far as the Liberals have no idea, no policy, one wonders why they even come to Parliament.
So bad it almost looks cruel to keep taunting them.
They can't stop talking about themselves, Mr. Speaker, each and every day. Sky News doesn't have 30 seconds where there's not one of them sitting in their studio.
There's a lot of kids changing schools, changing classes, changing teachers, changing seats. There's a bit of that going on over there as well.
Talks to reunify the coalition aren't dead yet, but the omens don't look good. In the Senate, there's a push by Liberals to remove Nationals, including Matt Canavan, from committee positions. And there was no breakthrough at a meeting between Susan Leigh and David Littleproud an hour before question time.
The coalition can reform this week, but under certain conditions.
Sources have told 7:30 the atmosphere between the two leaders is strained, but enough members of both parties believe reunification is essential. The difficulty for Leigh is that many Liberals don't want her to immediately reinstate 3 former shadow cabinet members, a red line that has placed her in a bind.
Shadow cabinet solidarity is mandatory. Shadow cabinet and the joint party room have primacy over any individual party room, and the 3 senators do need to face ongoing suspensions.
Nationals are also frustrated that the detailed Liberal conditions for reunion were released to journalists on Tuesday.
I don't think it's constructive to ruminate this in the public domain. We'd prefer that it wasn't in the public domain so that it created an environment in both party rooms that mature discussion could take place.
Susan Leigh last week issued an ultimatum to the Nationals. Get the coalition band back together by this coming Monday or it's over.
That's the Liberal leader's arbitrary deadline. That's hers to set. She has her right to do that. And then the question is whether we feel the need to march to that deadline as well.
There is an internal view across the parties that a reunion can't happen under the current leadership. Perhaps that's why former Liberal leadership contender Andrew Hastie dropped another hint that he's still spoiling for a fight.
You might notice the member for Canning's been reading a book during the course of question time today. Some people with better eyesight than me have noticed a copy of The Art of War on his desk.
While Hastie has ruled himself out of a challenge, clearing the path for Angus Taylor, how Leigh manages the coalition negotiations will bear on her future.
It's not so much what Susan needs to do, who's actually been doing a perfectly good job as leader of the opposition since the election. It's what my former colleagues really need to do, which is to give her clear air and an opportunity to be the leader.